know you got a good word this morning.
Thank you, Rickey Smiley. This is powerful.
Yes, sir.
The first song, she's talking about how in a real life we find ourselves sometimes not feeling that we are enough. She even said sometimes she felt like what I had made me who I was, and so as a consequence, we feel less than we should be. We feel that we're not all that we could be. And here's what we'll do. We will end up trying to buy what we want and beg for what we need. We'll buy things we don't need with money we ain't got to impress people who ain't even thinking about us. But here's when you marry those two songs together, you discover, here it is, you ain't never alone. And because you're never alone, God is the source of your strength and the strength of your life. That means, yes, you are more than enough. Not only are you more than enough, but God is with you. And because God is with you, God is good enough. Here it is to let you know that when God inhabits you, can't nobody inhibit you. God is good enough to let you know not only are you more than enough, but God gives you strength. God is the source of your strength and the strength of your life. God is with you. So you move throughout this day knowing that you are more than enough, knowing that you don't have to shrink in order to be accepted by other people. Be your full self. Be all that God made you to be, recognizing if you believe that, you can achieve whatever God is calling you to achieve. Recognize that in this life, when God made you, God said, that's good, just the way you are. So don't try to live up to anybody else's standards. Live up to God's standards. And when you live up to God's standards, you will know that you were never alone. And God is the source of your strength and the strength of your life.
Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you could be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes. And my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
And there it is. All right, y'all. Love you, Pastor Haynes. I appreciate you.
Love you, Rickey. Thank you, man.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by Indeed. That's right. When you're hiring, there's no luxury of time. So instead of waiting for people to see your sponsored post, invite them to apply. More at Indeed.com/credit. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. The Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis police officer who resigned after shooting and killing 20-year-old Dante Wright was charged yesterday with second-degree manslaughter. The charge could mean up to 10 years imprisonment, Rickey, all the way down to probation if convicted. Kim Potter, a 26-year police veteran who is white, was arrested later and then freed after posting a $100,000 bond. Meanwhile, the defense continues to present its case in the Derek Chauvin murder trial. Yesterday, a forensic pathologist testified that George Floyd died of a sudden heart rhythm disturbance due to heart disease. Okay.
And he did not do the autopsy on George Floyd's body. So for him to say that. But the defense on their cross-examination really got at him.
Absolutely.
I mean, the prosecution.
Absolutely. Which was the cross, yes. So last but certainly not least, yesterday President Biden officially announced the plan to withdraw troops from Afghanistan by September the 11th. And today he is set to announce sanctions against Russia for their interference in the 2020 elections and recent cyber hacking of federal agencies. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, I got another Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson update for you. As we all know, 22 civil lawsuits alleging sexual assault and inappropriate behavior from massage therapists. Yesterday, we know one of those women dropped their lawsuit. Another woman of the existing women of 22 is also expected to drop her lawsuit. Just as things you think was getting ready to turn around, we have a new lawsuit. This is kind of where the twist comes in. a freelance makeup artist, says that Watson reached out to her via Instagram DM asking if she offered massages and claiming that he forced her to touch him in his private area. So this thing is a circus, man. Also, WNBA Drive is going down tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Charlie Collier, center out of Texas, is expected to be the number 1 overall pick. Then we got Ariel Garantes out of the Rutgers, Renaya Davis, Ari McDonald, Dana Evans, Kiana Williams, and some other ones expected to go in the top 5 or 6 or whatever. So season starts for the WNBA just around the corner, May the 14th. I'm getting excited about that. That's what I have right now for sports. Gary with the T. What's happening?
All right, y'all. Kris Jenner, the beautiful and wonderful mother of Kim Kardashian, she's offering divorce advice, y'all, to her daughter, Kim, honey, as it pertains to children. Now, she had a conversation with WSJ Magazine, and she opened up about Kim's split from Kanye West after she filed for divorce, y'all, in February after nearly 7 beautiful years of marriage. Now, Miss Jenner said that she would always put the kids' best interest first. That's what she said. She said, I think the most important thing I learned through my experience, both of my experiences, is that the kids come first. And she shared that 4 kids with her late husband, Robert Kardashian, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and her son Rob, and 2 children with her ex, Caitlyn Jenner, daughters Kendall and Kylie. She said, quote, if you keep that in the front of your mind and you know that they're going to get you through, she said, the love is going to get you through. She said, no matter how much you're hurting, she said, I used to put everybody to bed and then I would be upset and go to my room and cry myself to sleep. She said, but I didn't want to have a pity party in front of my kids, y'all. And I didn't know that's what you do. I didn't know you put the kids first. I thought the husband, you're trying to get your man back, comes first and then the kids come second. But she said you put the kids first, so that's an interesting thing.
Hell yeah, you gotta protect them doggone kids. Kanye be on sometime. Let him go over there when he take his medicine.
Yeah, I guess so. And he did file for joint custody of the kids, so at least he does want to see his kids. As a lot of people, men in particular, when they leave their wife, they don't want to see the kids until they grown, and then they can brag and say how much they did for them when they were kids, and they didn't. But congratulations to them, and I guess, this is what you do, put the kids first. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is smoked salmon. On the high end, you say smoked salmon, and on the low end, you say beautiful pink with a hint of black. That's your color for the day. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Bobby Brown, DMX, and Diddy and Black Rob. I'm going to tell you all about it. It's real interesting. Up next in the hot spot is the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is time for the hot spot being brought to you by...
Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. To keep surfaces sanitized touch after touch, use Microban 24 sanitizing spray. Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Bring it to Tat. What up, good?
What up, Rock T? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Bobby Brown says that he believes Nick Gordon had something to do with Whitney Houston and his daughter, Bobby Christina Brown. During an interview with Red Table Talk, when asked about it, this is what he said.
You believe that there was foul play in Bobby Christina's
Definitely.
death?
Like
all
that
right.
Maybe he drugged her?
Definitely.
Wow.
Okay.
He was the only one there with both situations, with my ex-wife and with my daughter, and they both died the same way.
So you think that he killed Whitney as well?
I believe so.
Got it. Do you think that he provided Bobby Christina and Whitney with the drugs?
Yeah. I think he was more so a provider of, party favors.
Yeah.
Well, he also opened up about the death of his son, Bobby Brown Jr., saying that he wasn't a user, but he would experiment with different drugs, and it wasn't like he was dependent on drugs like when Bobby was in his situation. He said, I depended on it. I needed it. He was a young man who tried the wrong stuff, and it took him out of here. His son, Bobby Brown Jr., died at the age of 28 after accidentally overdosing on fentanyl. Dangerous drug. Please stay away from that, kids and everybody else. All right, moving on, y'all. Fans paid paid tribute to DMX in front of his childhood apartment building on School Street in Yonkers, New York. On Tuesday night, there was a balloon release as well as the DJ playing some of DMX's greatest hits. R.I.P. DMX, man. I don't know if y'all saw the video that Black Rob did. He did a video because he's been on dialysis, and people are saying that he was reaching out to Diddy because he felt like he needed some help, and I guess Diddy hadn't talked to him. I don't know what happened, but reports now say that Diddy has reached out to Black Rob since he released this video because he's had a few strokes and some kidney issues. Now, ex-Bad Boy artist Mark Curry revealed on Instagram that Diddy has been attempting to reach out. You're trying to help. We're not trying to say he's not. He's really trying to help. So in another video, he said, also know that it's not a sympathy case or anything like that. He just needs support. Black Rob, that is. That he needs love. He needs aid to get through these hard times, because you can imagine what it's like going through dialysis and stuff and have to worry about where you're going to lay your head. So hopefully they connect. But many people were saying that Diddy doesn't owe Black Rob anything, and Black Rob, made money when he was with Diddy. So, they're like, Black Rob should help himself, or he should have saved some of his money. But I'll just keep y'all posted on that story and what happens. But I'm sure Diddy is going to do all he can, because he's got a good heart and he does a lot for a lot of people. And last but not least, Cardi B calls out the Republicans for their silence on the shooting of Dante Wright. That's right, she is tired, and in a video she said, this past week I have seen an American lieutenant that served this country get treated like a dog by cops. He got maced, got thrown to the floor. Mind you, this man served the country over some license plates that these MFers could see. Temporary license plates, she added. We have seen a young man get killed by a cop unarmed, and the excuse was that the cop had been on duty for 20 plus years, makes mistakes a gun for a taser. My thing is, where are you, Twitter blue check Republicans at? Y'all are the loudest on this app. Y'all not saying nothing. Y'all not complaining. Y'all blaming everything with what's wrong with America besides the police. She said y'all have been very silent. What is going on? Come on, Cardi B, for politician. Yes, she did. I'm not mad at her, and I love the way she speaks out. So kudos to you, Cardi B. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Special K with the news that you absolutely positively cannot use. And hit us up for them wake-up calls, y'all, at 866-9-RICKY, 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
Boy, let me tell you something, man. It's getting warm outside all over the place. I think the season is finally changing, and so you know what you're starting to see pull up on you when you're sitting at the stoplight or when you're riding through traffic, boy. Them OGs with them hogs, man. I'm talking about these are dudes age 50 plus. Age 50 plus. I ain't talking about in their 30s, 40s. I'm talking about the OGs.
Anthony Smiley, plus. Ernest Grimes, Eric Grimes.
Sir. All they names be
Kelvin
Ernest,
Bryant,
Clarence, Bruce.
I can name them.
All of them. And they pull up on you. You can hear them coming. You can hear them coming because they got anthems that they all play on their big motorcycles.
And Ernest and Delbert Grimes, they ride their motorcycles across the country.
Boy, let me tell you something, Rick. I don't know if you knew this or not. I did the research. It's only 10 songs they're allowed to play. They can't play but these certain songs.
What?
That's why you don't hear nothing else playing. Let's get it going. Yeah. When you hear this rolling up, you already know. He gonna have that pinky ring on. He got some starch jeans. He got some crisp white sneakers, Air Force Ones, and K-Swiss.
And what them boots they be wearing?
They got them boots. Go to the next one, Dave. These are the only songs allowed to play on them big bikes. When they roll up, you already know he got a fresh S curl or he got a bald head. Go to the next. Come on, man. And they had that volume up. Your whole car be shaking when they ride up, boy. That whole car be shaking.
Always got some shake.
They have a little chick on the back with them. They either had a wife who they've been with for 40 years or they have a little chick with them. Go to the next one. Now, if they got a girl with them, they might be playing this right here.
Now, those are OGs. Those are real OGs.
These the real OGs, the ones who shop at D&K.
These are the ones about to stop riding.
All their clothes come from D&K, Rick. Every outfit they got in their closet came from D&K. And a lot of them suits be them two pieces that come in a pack.
Wait
you
a
already
minute.
know.
Especially my pastor is one of them. Pastor Kelvin Bryant. He driving to church.
This is what they play on the weekend when they pulling up to the barbecue.
Oh, man, that's Chris' song right there.
Yeah, boy. Come on now. Hey, now, when you got one that's about 60 plus, hold on. 60 plus, yeah, that's that 60 plus
I'm
right
a
there.
real motherfucker. You don't know nothing about no Johnny Goodtime.
Come on now. Boy, he got juke. He got that juke cologne on. He got a hoop earring in. He might have 2 hoop earrings. He got
why you made my whole day? Why you done blessed my whole life with that?
Now this dude right here, he got on the pinky ring and he got 2 phones clipped to his belt.
He got what? How many phones?
He got 2 phones clipped to his belt. One
and
for
that
work,
means that he will pay your direct TV cable bill. He got
all right, pause. All right, number 1, the number 1 song. Turn it up, Dave. Turn it up. This is the number 1. Boy, don't play with them OGs, man.
Yes, sir.
Don't play with them OGs, man. You got any more? Hit me up on Twitter.
I'm talking about they on a motorcycle. Their shirts still tucked in. You can see their belt if you driving behind them.
I love them, boy. I love them.
And they come to them comedy shows. They come to all the concerts. They support you. They don't start no fights. They don't do nothing.
As long as they got some brown liquor and a nice cigar.
That's it. All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
Good morning, Eva. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, when I got this story, I cried so much. It's a very sad story, y'all, that I have to report, but I have to report it, y'all. But it's being reported, y'all, that Joy Chavez, how you say her name, Brett? Joy or Joy? Chavez. Well, anyway, Joy Chavez, y'all, she revealed, Ricky, that she doesn't receive child support from Future or from Bow Wow. Now, she said, y'all, she has an 11-year-old daughter with Bow Wow, and in 2019, she gave birth, y'all, to a beautiful baby boy named Hendrix with rapper Future. Now, she revealed, y'all, that she is not. She said she is not a gold digger. She said, I feel like a lot of people say that I am and that I am not a gold digger. She said, if that's the case, she said, I date everyone who tries to date me with money. She said, I don't. She said, I've worked since I was 15 years old and I take care of my kids and I don't get any child support. She said, repeat that. I don't get any child support. And she also added, y'all, that she don't really need to ask for things for her kids because she can do certain things herself, y'all. And this is sad, and this is something that a lot of women should hear, y'all. Just because you're being with a man with money, that don't mean they like children, honey. And that don't mean they're going to take care of them or whatever. And I just want with 2 very well-to-do men, and they don't take care of their kids.
With Bow. Bow definitely takes care of Shy, his daughter, and he's very close to her, and they spend a lot of time together. So
you think Joy lying?
Joy is not. Maybe she don't get child support, but that don't mean he don't take care of his kids. He loves his daughter, his kids.
Well, she loved child support that she's not getting. So
she didn't say she loved child support, and if she would ask him for child support, he would give it to her. But
she said she ain't getting none.
She's never asked for it, but she doesn't need it because he takes care of his daughter. His daughter doesn't want for anything. I can speak for Shy. That's like my niece, so I can speak for her. I can't speak for Futures and his kids, but I can definitely speak for Bow Wow.
Gary, you see how them rappers stick together? See how them rappers do?
Oh, but yes, honey. She didn't say it till the cows come home, baby. That girl said she ain't getting no child support from Bow Wow.
It don't matter. But she ain't complaining, though. though, now is she?
Well,
She's
that's
not
the story.
complaining.
She complaining because she ain't getting none.
She's not complaining. She's telling you that she handles everything herself. She's just saying she's a self-sufficient woman and she can handle her children herself.
Y'all know how to twist that story though, baby, honey. But this girl said she ain't getting no child support, baby.
Every day. You
she ain't getting nothing from Future Bow Wow. They ain't get. He probably at your party dressed to the high and they can't even pay for child support for that poor child.
Oh, you mad because you wasn't at my party? It's all good, Gary. It's all right.
What you say, Eva? Move on.
It's all right, Gary. It's all right. Bow takes care of his kids. I know that for sure. His daughter is with him right now. Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yes.
See, there you
Spends a lot of time with her. A lot of time.
Well, we're gonna pray. I'm just crying for Joy.
Keep all of us in your prayers. She all right. Joy is good.
All right, well, we're going to move on, Brett, because, I mean, this always hurt my heart, child.
It shouldn't have, because he don't care about you and she don't either.
Moving on, in other celebrity news, y'all, Lil Nas X, y'all, I feel so sorry for his mama. It's being reported, y'all, that Lil Nas X, honey, has been criticized, y'all. He allegedly, there's a video circulating, y'all, that his poor mama was begging for change, y'all, the other day on the street. They say, honey, his mama, honey, Lil Nas, he opened up about him and his mama's relationship. He said, I never really talk about my mom. He said, she's an addict. So he said, we don't really, they're not the closest or whatever. He said, but he been even trying to get her better. He said, but things don't quite work out. He said, but there's still love, y'all. And I could understand that too when your mom's an addict or whatever things happening. But you got tennis shoes, honey, that's costing hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
What if he gets to the mama, she gonna buy drugs with it?
Well, he should put her in rehab. He should take her to rehab and put her in a nice rehab.
Come on now, Gary. People don't want to go to rehab unless they're ready. Addiction. And you don't got to stay in there. When you go to rehab, you can walk right out if you're not ready. So, no, come on, Gary.
They could lock her down. They could put her in a room where they could lock the door.
Gary, you can't just commit somebody.
You can't do that, Gary.
Ooh, honey, I don't know where y'all been, honey. When I was in rehab, but not for drugs, but for my mental, they locked me in a room. And they could lock her up in a room.
They were scared of you, but you was going to do something.
You was eating people. Or was it the Wendy's room?
The side of the road. So, but they still did it, and they helped
dangerous
me.
To society.
And they probably wouldn't have got you, Gary, if you wouldn't have been walking so fast. You'd be walking so fast, twisting and carrying on.
Well, I was trying to do what I had to do, Ricky.
Walking and twisting and sweating and twisting and walking. And they called the police. They said something wrong with him. And they put you in the back of that car. And how long they keep you?
They kept me in jail for a week.
Yeah, but they got you right. They had to get you balanced out. Because if you would have just walked and not did all that twisting, now they probably wouldn't have bothered you.
Go to hell, Rick, and shut up. All right, the Kahlua today, y'all, is one of my favorite Kahluas, y'all. Oh, I mean, these were some sad stories, and I was just felt attacked. Oh, my God. The Kahlua today, y'all, is smoked salmon bread. On the high end, you say smoked salmon, and on the lunch, you say pink with a hint of black. That's your Kahlua for today, y'all.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Oh, yeah.
All right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the wake-up calls. Get at your boy, 866-9-RICKY. Here we go.
Let's wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Because they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Want to know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hello, my name is Regina Tiels from Clarksburg, Columbus, Ohio. I'd like to wake up my grandson, Christopher. Turn time. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Time to go to school.
I'm calling to wish Brad a happy belated birthday. We miss her in the studio. Get your ass back up in there. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Sheila calling from the ATL. I want to wake up Booger, Floozy, Creasy, Montanamo, Kira, Raven. Get y'all ass up and go to work. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Matt from Fort Lauderdale. I want to wake up my Cleveland Clinic family in Florida and Ohio. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up everybody in West Point, Mississippi. Happy belated birthday to Brett and all my family in Chicago. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, come on, hey.
Where you at Norfolk? Wake up. In Birmingham, wake up. Oklahoma, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louisville, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. Hey, Memphis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brent.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show, man. Listen, man, this brother needs no introduction, man, to help me become the man that I am in the comedy game, man. Y'all, please help me work up. I mean, he needs no introduction at all. Here your boy, Rati, comedian and actor, Bill Bellamy.
Yes, sir.
Ricky, my brother, what's happening, man? Boy, you know what? I get up early for my brother. You hear me? You hear me?
Bill, what's up, boy?
Hey, man, I miss you, boy. I'm like, yo, anytime that I can call in and say what's up to my brother, I am. For the most people that's listening right now, you don't realize that Rickey Smiley is a fisherman trapped in a radio body.
Bill, hey, Brad, I took Bill fishing. We went fishing. I'm talking about in the Atlantic Ocean fishing for we were trying to find some yellowtails and some mahi. We caught a barracuda. We caught some bonitas. And,
we caught everything moving, man. Listen to me.
Bill, he was about to throw. He started throwing up. It was just the motion of the boat. And Bill got sick.
And he didn't tell me. This is how crazy Rick is. He didn't tell me that they got auto drive on the boat. He gon' just walk away and go downstairs and left me with the boat. I said, okay now. Hey Rick, man, I hope that's a number one because you got to come back up here because I don't know where we going. He's like, hey Bill, man, this thing ain't gonna hit nothing, man. This thing gonna autopilot, Playboy. I had never been on a boat like that. I said, oh my God.
Hey Rob, you know the boat got the little Garmin things on it so you can set your boat and hit your waypoint. And once you hit the button, you can kind of step away from the wheel because there ain't nothing but an open ocean. We know where we're going to go fish at.
Did you hear me, y'all? He left my black butt up there. I literally blacked out. I was like, Ricky. Hey man, hey Rick, man. When I get back to Florida, I got to do it again, man. I did have a great time with you, man. You promised me that I was gonna have a good time, and we literally caught a bunch of fish. Believe it or not, y'all. This man right here must have a good luck charm because we actually caught.
Bill. We got real busy. We was back to back. Never caught no bonitas before. They look like tunas, Rock T. And we was pulling them out of the water back there. And what's the man name from Atlanta that went with us, man, with the dreads?
Yeah, Malik Wilder.
I swear I love Malik, man. He got an ice cream shop.
He got an ice cream shop in Atlanta, but his voice sounds like DMX. So he's like, y'all got a bonita.
And he got an ice cream shop. Okay.
Oh man, I'm like, yo, this dude is a little serious about these.
He had all kind of fishing equipment, man. That dude, hey, that's the best. If you ever gonna go fishing, make sure you go with Malik. I put that on everything. He's the best now. He put me up on some new game.
Hey Rick, I'm performing this weekend in Arlington, man. I literally got an opportunity to get back out here. I got a special I'm shooting the second week in June, so I only got 6 weeks, maybe 5 weeks or so to just tighten up the jokes and stuff.
You got to get that set tight. I already know. You got to work out them new jokes.
Yeah, I got to work out them new jokes. And what's crazy is I'm out here in California. You can't even get ice cream out here. This is ridiculous.
Right. Hey, Bill, if you don't do nothing else, man, whatever that thing, them jokes about the zoo, if you add that in there, even if you did it before, just add some more to it and just put another spoon out of there. Cause man, Rob was with it. Boy, I swear, I got up and I just walked out. I couldn't take it. You was at the Addison Improv. I got up and I politely put my chair to the table with tears. I said, I'm not going to sit here and listen to this fool all night. No, sir.
This is the thing I love about Ricky. Me and Rick been friends now over 25 years. He will just pull up on you. He don't tell you he coming. You be thinking he just somebody walking through your show. He be like, hey, brother, I just came to say hi. And then, I'm like, what the hell? Literally the last
in the audience.
He just walked up out the audience like he ain't Rickey Smiley. I said, is that Ricky?
Sitting in the audience be laughing louder than I'm a fan. I'm not just a comedian. I'm a fan. I separate. When I perform. But when I go sit in the audience, I come to laugh. Especially with Rock T.
I love you for that, bro, because, our friendship, man, it's just been really genuine over our whole career. And I want you to come at some point. I got to interview you on my podcast at the BELLAMY Network. I've been doing these things, man, since the pandemic. And, I was getting all these really good Hollywood interviews, man. And you need to be a part of my podcast because your story is so unique, man. And how you have, crafted your career is insane.
Man, you know I'll do that, man. And I want everybody to know, if y'all want to see Bill Bellamy, he's going to be at the Arlington Improv tonight and back on the road. One of the funniest comedians ever. Help started. Boy, I almost, Rock, you already know I can't say it on the air. I can't tell it. Now, Bill, I was about to make you tell that story, but it's about another. I can't do it. Go ahead and tell it, dog. You should do it on stage, but you just can't say the name of the comedian.
What you want me to tell him?
The one that got beat up and his spoon came off his cowboy boot.
Oh, yo, this is a funny story. There was a comedian, I can't say his name, but back in the day, we didn't have cameras, so anytime you saw something, you had to tell somebody. This dude is the first person I ever seen get knocked out, and his security. So. But what was so crazy when he got knocked out? One of the spurs of his boots came off, and
it rolled around like a quarter. When you drop a quarter on the coffee table, how is it? And then he said,
it was crazy because everybody saw the spur rolling around, but nobody wanted to say anything. Somebody was like, I think that's go to your shoe.
Bill. Then he said him and the security guard was laid on the floor, knocked out. They was facing each other, and they woke up at the same time.
They looked at each other like, "Yeah, I dog. You good?
Man,
I'm good.
Hey man, we good. You know where the car is? You know where the car?
Bill, did they get up with Bill? Did they get up at the same time, or they helped each other? How did that? We never talked.
When they woke up, they was like, "Man, leave them people alone."
Y'all gotta see him do it in person, though.
Oh man!
Hey, listen, man, I love you guys, man. Ricky, let's get up soon. I want to go fishing again. I appreciate you. And I got a new movie coming out called Rich Christmas in November. So y'all gonna hear a lot from Bill Bellamy in 2021. Everybody stay safe out there. And Ricky, please do not leave the boat while I'm in it. Please drive the boat for me, brother.
Bill, I got one more question. You think that comedian and his security guard, do you think they still friends? Do they still keep in touch?
I think every now and then they send a get well card to each other. I think they send something to say that, we went through a serious moment together.
Man, listen, man, if you are in the Dallas area, make sure you check him out at the Arlington Improv this weekend.
Thank you, man. Hey, I love you guys, man. They keep
love you too. Rick. Shows Friday through Sunday. Y'all help in giving up for Bill Bellamy. I love you, man. Chicken and Waffle Mix. Boy, Rickey Smiley, the morning show coming up. All right, let's see what Black Tony talking about. What's up? Bro, where you at, man? Hey, man. Hey, man.
Say, man.
You didn't even call it. Damn, you can't even. Damn.
Hey, we
hello?
Got the hint by now.
Black Tony? Black Tony can't even.
Ain't left no voice message or nothing.
Nothing.
Jeez.
See, this when when they start doing stuff like this when they getting ready to quit, Eva.
Okay, too comfortable.
They got too comfortable. Now he done got comfortable calling in. Now you can't even call in and give us an excuse and an explanation. Is that insubordination, Eva, or what do you think?
You give him an inch, they take a mile, Ricky. You gave him an inch. He done took a mile.
I mean, was it? Look at the schedule. Is he scheduled to work today, Rock T?
Well, he normally takes off on Wednesdays. Like he said, Wednesdays is his off day because you can't start.
But he requests a personal day.
He said you can't start in the middle of the week.
I think his stimulus check hit.
Hello.
Hello.
Damn, man, we thought you wasn't gonna even call in. What's up?
Shad, I've been trying to call in. Shad, I'm sorry, Shad. I'm just so distraught right now. I'm all over the place, Shad.
What happened?
I'm all over. My head just messed up, Shad. I might need to go to counseling. I called the HR and told them I might need to take a week to just get my life together, Shad. Because I witnessed something yesterday that was so disgraceful.
What happened?
Shad, I saw a hit and run, Shad. I I saw a hit and run. Shout out. I was so excited to come to work today because it was Brad's birthday yesterday, and I was going to bring her some flowers.
You was going to what?
I was going to bring Brad some flowers for her birthday yesterday.
What happened?
I was on my way. I had little DK got me a little outfit. I wanted to be short today to look good for Eva and Brett. And then I was on my way back. I seen a hit and run. He ran out in the middle of the street. And the car didn't see him. He just kept going. And then I went.
Who got hit?
And I just looked at him and said, "Give your life to the Lord, because you're not gonna make it."
Who are you talking about, Rotti?
Oh no! It was a squirrel. And I just told him, I said, "You didn't live a good life.
Let it out, dog.
And you going to hell? You going to squirrel hell?
Now hold it in, dog. Let it out, dog. Let it out, dog. Let it out, dog."
And he looked at me with them eyes and he was like, "Save me." I said, "Oh."
Glad to be. I got a new song that I want to play. Finna play it when?
Right now.
Precious. Take them damn skates off and put your shoes on. We about to go to church. Come on, Precious. You ready to go to church? Here we go now. Let's go. I'm in church. I'm posted up in my favorite pew. I'm in church. My Sunday hat match my Sunday shoes. I'm in church. Sometimes I might catch the Holy Ghost. I'm in church. At potlucks, folks like my cornbread the most. I'm in church. What time is revival jubilee? I'm in church. Shirley Caesar dropped a new CD. Check this spot for weddings, funerals, and new members class. Miss Betty, she don't like me, she can kiss my Jeez, I didn't fail. Let me get myself up. Here we go now. Got to turn down my cellular telephone. Don't want nobody to hear my Lil Jon ringtone. I got the spirit and I'm about to get my worship on. Cause I know the choir about to sing my favorite song. Bought a crisp seed note in the collection plate. Only place where Jesus' blood tastes like Welch's grape. If somebody faint, I got to resuscitate. All the men gon' be there, got to keep my wig straight. I'm in church, I'm posted up in my favorite pew. I'm in church, my Sunday hat match my Sunday shoes. I'm in church, sometimes I might catch the Holy Ghost. I'm in church, at potlucks, folks like my cornbread the most. Chew up on my bubble gum. Chew up on my bubble gum.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 7 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The father, y'all, of the late rapper Lil Snoop, y'all, baby, he is calling out Meek Mill and Jay-Z, y'all, for not giving his son an adequate gravestone. Now, the daddy name is Charlie, and he was in the pen when his son was buried, so he was unable, y'all, to make arrangements for himself. But he said Snoop was signed to Dream Chasers Records under a joint venture between Meek Mill and Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z. And that dad said, you need to see what them dogs, and he used some very famous words about Nipsey Hussle. He said Nipsey Hussle looked great. He said King Von's grave looked great. He said, but his son didn't even have a headstone on it. He said, I never thought I'd come see my son, and he have no headstone. He said he also wanted to say that there should be a monument up on these Negroes, honey. He said because he said, did Meek Mill see him put in the grave? He said, was Meek Mill around here to see him get put in the ground? He said he wasn't around here to see him put in the ground, but he came and seen him in the casket. And he went on to say that they did his son real dirty after the son was working for them. Why he didn't have a good funeral and a good grave, and why they didn't pay for it. And you know, I mean, with Meek and Jay-Z having unlimited coins like that, and I guess Lil Snoop didn't have that much money at the time. I mean, they should have paid for him. I mean, Brad, don't y'all rappers pay for y'all the funerals of some of your colleagues if they were with you and what have you, and died a kind of bad death? Is that the rap game?
It depends on the situation, Gary.
Like?
It just depends on the situation, and it depends on the relationship with you and the people and what you do. You don't
if something tragic and they've been sick and not able to work and don't have, and people been stood up from them, and y'all have a certain kind of relationship, then of course you'll step in and work out something to see how you can at least pay some of the funeral expenses.
Yeah.
Or whatever, so.
Well, the dad was in the pen pole thing, and when he got home, he couldn't even find a headstone for his son, so he was just a little upset about that, y'all. So I guess we'll try to dig more into that story and see what happened, because it's a very sad thing when you can't find your grave and it's just a piece of dirt there and you don't know who under the dirt. But anyway, moving on.
We're going to get you cremated when you go.
Oh, no, I already told you, baby, I got a pre-need, honey. I'm going to have a grave and a headstone.
At the same one your daddy at?
We're going to be all in the same.
So we got to go all the way back to Port Arthur.
Got to go back to Port Arthur, baby, for the
Why they can't bury you in Atlanta with some of your sorority brothers at?
I'm not an Atlanta native, honey. I'm going home, okay? And I don't want to go no time soon,
bury you in Atlanta with some of your frat sisters at?
Miss Aaron is back in Port Arthur and Miss Cornell back in Port Arthur.
Wait a minute, they brought Miss Aaron all the way back from New York to Port Arthur?
Yes.
At the same cemetery your daddy at?
Oh, no, not the same cemetery, but no, she back in Port Arthur. Miss Cornell at one down the street, too. But no, nobody.
You going to let me write your obituary for you?
Hell no. You've been have all kind of mess in my obituary. No, thank you.
Can we mention Booty Eating James' name in the obituary?
God damn it. Moving on, in other celebrity news, y'all, Keisha Cole, baby, now she living her best life, and they say, baby, she don't care who knows about it. Now, the 39-year-old baby, sis and zipping and zooming, baby, they say she's back into dating after giving birth to her second child a few years ago. Now, they say, although she and her 25-year-old boyfriend, Nico Kale, they didn't seem to work out. They weren't on good terms, but they're all on good terms now. They're saying, yeah, that honey, Keisha Cole's wearing Hickey's not there, saying, honey, how can she talk about? They said, girl, you told her to be wearing Hickey. She said, how can you be to the rest? Oh Lord, to them respectfully. I mean, you never told her to wear Hickey, though. I mean, because 39 years old, if you want to show love and let people know that you're in love with somebody, you let them bite on your neck and in places where they should be bitten on and stuff. So I don't think it's too old to do that. But people trying to come at Miss Cole, honey, you don't play with Keisha, she'll curse you out. And that's exactly what she did. She cursed him out, honey. So, let her live her life.
Don't play.
And she don't play. Exactly, y'all. And then my quick for free story, y'all. Lil Wayne is back with his fat white woman. I mean, with his woman, Denise Bidot.
Gary. What? Gary.
I mean, well, she's full figure and she's Caucasian. That's what the story say. But honey, her name is Denise Bidot.
That was a way better way to describe her.
Well, guess what? You got it. And anyway, they're saying, honey, that Lil Wayne, honey, posted a video of him and the model on the beach, writing their names, Denise and Wayne, honey, in the sand while blowing kisses to the camera. They said it was reported back in November that the two had separated, but they are back together again. So congratulations to Lil Wayne and his woman. How's that?
And why you said she was big?
Because she is a full-figured woman. She's a full-figured model.
That's not what he said, Ricky. That was politically correct.
But
that's not what Gary said.
The video, Ron, you think Lil Wayne gonna be on my 600-pound life? Ron,
I just can't respond to that.
Ron, you think he gonna be on there? Lil Wayne trying to feed her, trying to help her up?
No, I think he gonna be cool, man. I don't think she made it to that level yet.
Gary, you saw the episode last night when my man had to take her out on the porch and give her a bath. Gary,
what do you wash her with?
One of them brushes that you wash a Dodge Prius with. He was washing like she was
pressure water.
Yeah, he took a girl out there. Gary,
all right, baby, put on the porch.
Gary, she couldn't get in the bathroom. Gary took her out on the porch and he pressure washed her. Gary.
With the pole.
All right, baby. Yes.
Like a piece of farm equipment.
It was two little black dudes. He had paid for somebody. All of them was out there drying off.
What a shame.
And then they got a dress and they'll put some Armor All on her patent leather black flats.
Baby.
The towel, you pop the towel to dry them off.
Too many things, honey.
Yeah, they all had towels. They were drying her off like she was at one of them little car washes. And then they was putting Armor All on her shoes.
The color of the day, y'all, is smoked salmon on it. How you say smoked salmon on the Lord? Just say beautiful pinkish black. That's your color. But what did he look like, Ricky?
Who?
Her man who was bathing her. Was that Leroy?
Talking about Lil Wayne? No, I'm
talking about the woman on the porch.
Yeah. No, I don't know what. Y'all going to hell. And everybody that's in the car laughing at this, y'all going to hell too. Y'all wrong for this. I ain't making it up, I just reported. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Did you see that post?
are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
A lot of stuff going on as the country hit the streets to protest yet another black man losing his life at the hands of police. Breaking news came out of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota on yesterday as Officer Kim Potter was charged with second-degree manslaughter for killing Dante Wright, and she is now out on bail. Officer Potter claimed that she never meant to shoot Dante, which is a lie, which she mistakenly got a gun and taser mixed up, which is another lie in my opinion. I'm gonna throw some little shade in there on all that little stuff. Medical investigators declared Wright's death a homicide. This brings into question the long list of shooting bias victims that continues to grow, it seems, almost every single week. Now, the term shooting bias is defined as a form of implicit racial bias when it refers to the tendency among the police to shoot black civilians more often than white civilians, even when they are unarmed. And we ask the question, now, how is it that armed and active shooters who are white are able to be taken into police custody with care and one to Burger King? And each week, we continue to add names of black people who have died by the hands of police for being a threat, even though they are unarmed. And on the line right now, we have Princeton graduate and attorney GLENNON THREATT on the line. GLENNON, what does this second degree? First of all, good morning. And
Ricky.
What does the second degree manslaughter charge mean in the murder of Dante Wright?
Well, manslaughter is typically a lesser included homicide to murder, Ricky, and it means a murder, a killing that has a lesser state of mind, like somebody that killed in heat of passion or because of a reckless act. And so it means that essentially she didn't intend to take his life at the time that she acted, or apparently they didn't think that they could charge the police officer with that. So it carries a lesser penalty, which is probably the most important thing.
Right. And I mean, Glennon, so what are your thoughts? Do you think?
Here's the problem that I have with it, Ricky, because all of this is consistent with what I've talked about a lot, which is that we have two Americas. We have an America for the rich and the elite, and most of the time the white, and then we have the America for the rest of us. And so when you look at the behavior of certain people and you wonder, you change the race of the person and act yourself with the same situation exists, if the person's race were different, then you know that it's racially motivated. And it is amazing to me as I went back and started looking at some statistics on these police-involved shootings. Since 2015, there have been about 6,000 fatalities involving police in the United States. Black people constitute 14% of the population, but 24% of the people that have been killed by police. And so that wide disparity is statistically too great to ignore. Then when you look at the percentage of blacks who are arrested, what happens to them when they get arrested, the percentage of blacks that are stopped for traffic infractions as compared to other races, it is clear that the police have an implicit bias, an explicit bias against blacks when they encounter them. And I think that comes from the historical antecedent of the reason that the police exist in our communities anyway. When you talk to people in majority white communities, they think of the police as being a group of people that are there to provide them with safety and security and to serve and protect. And when police officers are in predominantly black or brown communities, they're viewed to be there to provide law and order, to control that populace as sort of an imposing force. And so that attitude, systemic attitude, institutional relationship between the police and the communities that they're serving is, I think, at the very heart of the reason that the police interact with black and brown people differently.
And Glennon, I got a question for you, Special K.
Sure.
So do you think it's also an issue that needs to be addressed of police respond to black citizens with maximum response to minimum and minor situations, like with the Dante Wright? You know, he had a minor traffic situation, and then his warrant that they said he had was also for a minor infraction. There's something that they could have dealt with by sending somebody to his house to pick him up if need be, but it didn't require that much of a response. But it seems like they
Absolutely,
always
sir.
respond with overwhelming force when it comes to black people.
Absolutely. Look at George Floyd. The cashier testified that they didn't even have to arrest him. They could have given him a ticket for having a counterfeit $20 bill. Dylan Roof killed 9 people in a church in Charleston, South Carolina in 2015. He was arrested without incident. That was somebody that they knew was armed, that had killed 9 people. He was arrested without incident and taken to Burger King. Robert Arthur Long, just in Atlanta, a few weeks ago, killed 8 people on March the 16th. They expected him to be armed and extremely dangerous. He was arrested without incident. Jacob Blake shot multiple times in the back at close range in Kenosha, Wisconsin, unarmed. In June of 2020, an armed white man who shot and injured a police officer in North Hollywood, then barricaded himself in a house with a gun and hostages, was taken into custody without incident. The 2 men that killed Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia, they shot him in cold-blooded murder. They were considered to be armed and extremely dangerous. They were taken without incident. And then here's the big one, which is a Capitol insurrection. Can you imagine what would have happened if that many black people had stormed the U.S. Capitol with guns? What the police response would have been?
Right. Exactly. And then...
Or if armed black people had stormed the Capitol like the militia did in Michigan when they were in the Capitol with assault rifles. I mean, that would have turned into a bloodbath. And so it is clear that they police black and brown communities differently. I don't think anybody can dispute that.
And, the National Black Caucus leaders, they met with President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris on yesterday and was able to have discussion. What kind of the legislation that they're trying to pass is the George Floyd police bill. Do you know anything about that bill and what's in it?
I do. One of the things that we need in that bill and what it addresses, Ricky, is getting rid of the immunity that police officers have, qualified immunity that police officers have in terms of dealing with when they're involved in a shooting. Because what happens is that the law is different for police officers because it's assumed that they'll be held to a different legal standard than they are. And so that bill addresses that. And if that changes in and of itself, that'll change the whole complexity of policing in the United States.
And I'm just throw this in. I just let all races. If you're racist and you got racist bone in your body, just know that most black people, we consider ourselves cousins. And just like yesterday in South Carolina, we showed up in your damn yard and on your grass. You tried to push that brother off the porch, but you didn't go out there and mess with none of those dudes that was standing in your yard. You wouldn't come out there and talk to nobody, you or your big mouth wife or whatever. And they gonna learn. We're gonna start filming. You know, it ain't they being filmed now, and it just needs to stop. It just needs to stop, man. We are traumatized. We are sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. And Glennon, thank you so much for breaking some of the stuff down for us this morning. We're going to be talking about it a lot more all through next week as we have all these cases going on at the same time. And then we want to get into, where do you think, what kind of case you think the defense is putting on for the George Floyd trial. And it's just crazy that 10 miles away, here's another total same incident in the same city. Glennon, let everybody know how you could be reached.
You can reach me on Twitter at @GThreatt and hit me up and I'll follow you back.
Daddy. Hey, Glennon, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, big bro. Thank you.
And hello to your radio audience.
The radio audience. It's Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Hey, good morning, brother. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good too, man. I'm in an interesting place, brother, because we seem to be in that place again where we continue to see this flurry of videos that are going viral around just the pictures of white supremacy. And so whether it's the video that's coming out, the body camera video of Daunte Wright, whether it is continuing to watch this case in Minneapolis where our dear brother George Floyd was murdered, or whether it's even just watching a young brother walk down the street in his neighborhood and be accosted by a member of the armed services. And what I'm wondering, Rick, is do we sometimes, and I'm very sensitive about this, like I'm not sure, so I need to be clear that I'm not indicting anybody because I'm dealing with it myself. Why do I let myself be triggered by some of this when I know this is who they are? And if I know this is who they are, then should I consume this content through the lens of using it as a blueprint or using it as fuel to fight versus allowing it to trigger me? And that's a bigger issue, right? Because some of us are triggered for different reasons.
Right.
But when I think about this young man walking down his own block, I started to get pissed. And then what I said is, I really need to have my sons watch this video. I really need to show them how he handled himself. I really need to use this as a blueprint with other young brothers, because he could have lost it. He could have cowered in fear to this dude. He could have lost his mind and started going off on this guy, and it all would have ended differently. But this was a blueprint opportunity for me that I would have missed if I would have got so caught up in the natural reaction of triggering me to anger that I missed it. And I'm wondering, like, as I'm thinking through it, how are you navigating this? And you got babies and grandbabies. How are you in this moment dealing with your own triggers and how you're sharing with your babies and even with yourself how to deal with this?
Jeff, I just made I just went live about 30 minutes ago on Facebook talking about something as simple as walking across a parking lot, how nervous I am. You know, I go fishing, all right? So I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now, and I'm fishing or whatever, and I have to walk past a lot of white men. And I can't tell you the anxiety that I have. Yep. And if I see him walking down this part of the sidewalk, maybe I should cross the street. I feel like somebody has kicked the ball off, right? I feel like Desmond Howard. You just kicked the ball off to me, and I got to figure out how to get to the end zone without getting tackled. You know, even in the damn grocery store, the white woman over there, you know, by the canned goods, and I want to go over there and get a canned good because I need some tomato sauce because I can make some soup or whatever. But she's over there, and I know if I go over there in that space, she's going to be uncomfortable, and her being uncomfortable is going to make me uncomfortable. So let me just wait and pretend that I'm looking at something else while I don't get too close to her. And then when she moves, or go all the way around. Jeff, I'm telling you, brother, my whole life I've been figuring out, like, okay, it's anxiety. How do we move? How do I walk across the parking lot? How do I walk down the boat dock where these people nice, they speak. You got to always adjust to whatever you dealing with. And these people racist, or they're not, some of them not racist. They just mean. They don't speak to the other white people either. What you going to deal with? And hey, how much do you charge to wash boats? I'm in front of my house. Hey, how much do you charge to cut grass? To see me out there trimming my hedges and working in just all of the stuff for years and years and years. And watch black people get shot down, watching these races and all the stuff that we went through the past 4 years with Donald Trump or whatever. You wake up and don't know what you're going to get. It's like somebody kicking the ball off to you. How do I get to the end zone without getting tackled or stepping out of bounds? That's what sums it up for me.
No, I really appreciate that, and I'm navigating that real feeling with how do I fight that. And so I want to talk next week, Rick, when I come on both Tuesday and Thursday, and I may talk to you all about bringing some folks on. How are we navigating this trauma?
Jeff, that's really
some ways to deal with it.
Anxiety for me, Jeff. I was literally, when we did the chicken and waffle mix, I always take a little walk across the parking lot. And you just see people backing in, they pulling in their cars, you're trying to get out of the way, or maybe I should stay inside, and then somebody come inside where I do the morning show at, I get nervous, I don't know what's gonna happen, what's gonna pop off, the videos got you paranoid, you know, you driving, I'm scared to go to the store and start ordering stuff from doggone Target and anybody that deliver food, don't want to even take a chance to get in the damn car to go to the grocery store to pick out my own grapes. You understand what I'm saying, Jeff? Like just trying to figure out how am I going to move? How am I going to move from this space to this space without something happening because I'm afraid for my freaking life?
Yeah, because often when you act your real self, you're even in more danger.
And I'm talking about, Jeff, my son went off to college, literally taking him to the police station, introducing him to some black officers, just where he can have some names that he can drop in case.
Damn, Rick.
Jeff, you don't want to talk to me this morning, brother. I'm talking about taking my sons down. Hey,
I do.
Listen.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. And
here's such and such. If you get pulled over, call Lisa Roby. We went to high school together. She know this person at the police department, how to play. Jeff, I have took a pair of my glasses and popped the lens out so my son can wear glasses. If I said, take these lenses and just keep them on your dashboard. When you drive, put the lens on. Just to give you a studious kind of look, to kind of throw them off the look. I don't just, bruh.
No, Rick. And this is exactly where so many of us are. And sometimes we so in it, we don't even talk to each other about it. We feel each other with it because there's a whole lot of people listening to you now that's like, yo, that's exactly where I'm at.
I know they are. Jeff, thank you.
So next week, brother, I want to spend both my time Tuesday and Thursday talking about trauma and talking about anxiety and what are some tools that we can use and just some examples, brother. But I appreciate your transparency this morning, brother. I know helped some people and spoke to some people. I love you, brother. Man,
love you too, Jeff. Appreciate that.
Right,
appreciate you, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Melodious. It's good music. What we need again.
Melodious.
It's
the words for me.
Gary,
Look
Google
into your
melodious.
eyes.
Gary, because we sure I'm not but trust, honey.
Gary, Google that right quick, melodious.
Because, honey, these girls, honey, throwing out these words, honey.
That'd be even.
That's
They
a
pull
real
out a big word once a week and be doing that to throw us off. That messes up the whole show. And I know damn well if I don't know what melodious means.
Now,
just
melodious, here it goes, Ricky. Producing or having a pleasant tuneful, the melodious chant of the monks.
Okay,
Pleasant
thank
sounding.
You.
Also, that makes it, they know how to use it in the context, too. That's good.
Ooh, not they.
She went to school in Chicago, Gary.
She is they.
You got that Chi-Town education. What school you went to?
She is I, and I am her, the Academy of Scholastic Achievement. Thank you.
Oh, say it again, Brad. Say it again. Let Gary know.
The Academy of Scholastic Achievement.
Was that on the south side or which side of town that was on, baby?
The west side. The best side.
She got bust.
We got more than one side. Way different than Port Arthur.
Port Arthur, they got one side.
No, we have two sides, the east side and the west side.
Oh, well, at least we got 4 sides.
All right, melodious.
What would say, Gary?
All right, melodious. I'm going to have to use that word, baby. Gary, use melodious in a sentence. The song was melodious.
Gary, we're gonna be using that word in everything all day. When black folks find out a new word, but we use it in every damn sentence.
Everything.
Man, thank you for this ice cream. It just makes me feel melodious.
All right, baby.
We're gonna use that word. That's our word for the day. Give us a definition. Everybody that's out there, this damn segment and turn it to word of the day. What's the word of the day, Gary?
The word of the day is melodious, y'all. Melodious means a pleasant tune, a sound that's to make the music sounds melodious. It sounds great. It's exhilarating. Can we put exhilarating in that too, Brad?
Yeah.
Exhilarating.
Yeah, now you got to Google that.
Yes. Come on,
baby.
Gary, that's good.
On this show. Yeah, but honey, let's get it one more time. Melodious, y'all. A pleasant sounding, producing or having a pleasant tune. Tuneful. The song that Brad just heard was "Do You Mind?" It's melodious.
Melodious, Gary.
Right, vernacular.
It's good there because we good with words, but whatever. But good thing we don't do math on this show, Gary.
Oh Lord, honey, because how much 3 plus 12 plus 8 equals? Oh.
See, we don't know. We're not good at math, but we good with words in English. or whatever. But Malcolm, Gary, they had you in FOA.
Baby. Yes,
What does that stand for, Gary?
No, it was FOM, Fundamental of Mathematics.
Fundamental of Mathematics. How many of y'all was in the class?
Oh, it was like 20 of us, honey. And you know, baby, when the bell rang, honey, we peeped out the door, honey, to make sure none of the children was running down the hall. And we left out our FOM class and we proceeded to our other classes.
We wanted to make sure nobody saw you in that class. Y'all went to lunch first and y'all got out at 12.
Yes, Lord, but I know one thing. I know how much my check is, so you can't get me on that one.
Heard that then. Let him use you.
Let him use you.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
And that sounds melodious, Ricky.
That what?
That was melodious. You sound great.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show got your front page right here. It's being brought to you by Reach Media. That's right, the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage is selling November the 6th through the 14th, 2021. Call right now, 214-495-1963 to book your cruise for as low as $500 down in a monthly payment of $330. That's it. All right, so listen, go to blackamericaweb.com for more information. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. The Brooklyn Center, Minnesota police officer who resigned after shooting a 20-year-old young man by the name of Dante Wright was charged yesterday with second-degree manslaughter. Kim Potter, a 26-year police veteran who is a white woman, was arrested and later freed after posting a $100,000 bond. Protests in the cities continued for a fourth night in a row. Potter is suspected to make her first appearance in court today. Yesterday, President Biden officially announced the plan to withdraw troops from Afghanistan by September the 11th. And today he is set to announce sanctions against Russia for their interference in the 2020 election and recent cyber hacking of federal agencies. Now, in other news, hundreds of executives from companies like Amazon, Google, and Starbucks have all signed a statement opposing discriminatory voting legislation. Arkansas just passed several bills similar to Georgia's new voting laws, and similar bills are coming out of other states. So beware. Last but certainly not least, the House Judiciary Committee voted yesterday to move forward with legislation that would create a commission to study the issue of paying reparations to the descendants of slaves, which would be just about all black folks. Now, note, this is only an effort to form a commission. Now, this commission will examine slavery and discrimination here in the U.S. from the year of 1619 until now. Then they will recommend ways to educate Americans about their findings and advise remedies. Now, this is no surprise at all, but no Republicans on the committee have voted in favor of the legislation. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more of what we're talking about, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock TZ, what's going on in sports?
Well, man, I got another update for you guys about Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. We already know 22 civil lawsuits alleging sexual assault and inappropriate behavior on massage therapists. Yesterday, one of those women actually dropped their lawsuit. Another one is expecting to drop her lawsuit today. But here's where the lawsuits kind of get a little bit twisted again. A freelance makeup artist says that Watson reached out to her on her Instagram and her DMs asking if she offered massages. So you reach out to a makeup artist who specializes in doing makeup asking if he does personal massages. That's what she's claiming, that he forced her to touch him in his private area and on and so forth. So this is... I don't see Deshaun Watson being on the football field this coming football season, man, with this thing. It's getting uglier and nastier. Also, tonight, I'm getting excited about the WNBA draft. It's going down 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Charlie Collier out of Texas. The Longhorns expected to be the number 1 overall pick Also, look out for Renaya Davis out of Tennessee, Ari McDonald out of Arizona, man, Dana Evans from Louisville, Keanu Williams out of Stanford. Man, this is huge. I'm excited about the WNBA draft going down tonight. Season starts actually May 14th, right around the corner. Follow my social media platforms at Roxy Holla. Let's talk sports, man. The brat got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BRA18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show is about that time for the hot spot. It's being brought to you by Protect My Car. That's right. You can stop paying for car repairs. Get protected before your rent repair bill hits. Dial 800-594-7160 on your mobile phone right now. That's 800-594-7160. Brad, what you got?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. Now, Issa Rae tells E.T. that Insecure's upcoming 5th season will be the last, but the favorite characters may return. Now, there's a chance for everything, she says. Season 5 is filming. It's a struggle, and it still is a struggle. She confessed to filming amid the coronavirus pandemic, and she said, I feel so thankful that we're able to work. We were supposed to be shooting way back in September, and that just didn't happen. And obviously in LA, as you know, we've been the epicenter, so it's even been coming out as more of a challenge. So I can't wait to see this last season. I know it's going to be dope, so congratulations to Issa Rae for finally getting season 5 to filming. And moving on, Juvenile, he's received the key to the city of New Orleans from Mayor LaToya Cantrell. The mayor wrote on Twitter, today we honor New Orleans' very own Terrius Gray, but we all know him as Juvenile. It was indeed an honor to present a son of the city with the key to the city of New Orleans, NOLA. Juvie also tweeted, thank you to the mayor and New Orleans City for presenting him with the key to his city. He said he is truly, truly honored. And Serena Williams will star in a new docuseries from Amazon chronicling the 23-time Grand Slam champ in her personal and professional life. The series is currently underway. She said, I'm excited to be partnering with Amazon Studios. They're developing some of the most inspiring and important content for a global audience. She said, I have a lot of stories that I am eager to tell, including a continuation of my own, and I look forward to sharing those with the whole world. That is going to be great because people want to know, what Serena is like at home or when she's just chilling and not just seeing her play tennis, because they love her and she has a whole lot of fans. What y'all think this docuseries is going to be like?
It's going to be beautiful, man. We all know Serena as being the best of all time on the court. Right. So being able to peel back some of them onion layers is going to be exciting to watch. I love it.
I think so too, Rock T. Well, y'all, last but not least, Nas. That's right. He's looking at a major payday from his investment in cryptocurrency. Okay, his investment group, Queensbridge Venture Partners, jumped on the investment for Coinbase back in 2013. Now, back then, it was worth roughly $143 million. Now, 8 years later, Coinbase went public yesterday, which could potentially bring its value to $100 billion. Now, Queensbridge, yes, Gary, I knew you was going to clutch your pearls. They invested in companies like Robinhood, Lyft, and Dropbox, and they could get 34.76 million to 173.8 million based on a formula per share that they came up with. Now, Queensbridge, that's Nas's company. He owns anywhere from 329,000 to 642,000. My goodness, with the numbers. We just told y'all we ain't that good at math, but that's a lot of money. Anyway, they mastered investing in companies in the startup stages. So this is what we need to do, people. Invest your money, because I thought the cryptocurrency had went away. I didn't know it was still doing things like that.
Did you invest in it? Have you thought about
investing in it?
I
didn't. I wish I would. I think Headcrack did. Yeah. Oh, man, I got to call him and see if I can get a loan or something.
I think Special K took his little check and did something too.
Oh, yeah.
Who did?
Special K.
Most definitely.
Oh, you invested in it, Special K?
Several years back, yeah.
Oh, man, you about to get a check, bro. Call me sometime. Let's hang out.
That looks like that's going to be the only way I'm going to get a check.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got the praise mixed down. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Joining us this morning from our partner, Home Depot, is marketing project manager Marquisa. That's right, Marquisa Taylor. So excited to have you this morning. Marquisa is a Clark Atlanta University grad. Eva.
We in here.
I see. And she manages the Home Depot Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program, which offers historically black colleges and universities the opportunity to apply for grants and renovate their campuses. Good morning, Marquisa.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning.
So excited to have you. And last night was an exciting evening for the Home Depot's Retool Your School program. Tell us about it.
Yes, thanks so much for having me on this morning. I just want to say that last night was filled with so much HBCU pride and celebration as we announced the 2021 winners of Retool Your School. The Home Depot's Retool Your School program helps to update, upgrade, and uplift HBCUs with campus improvement grants. And I'm excited to say that the Home Depot is not new to supporting HBCUs. We're true to it. And this year marks our 12th year of commitment. We've doubled our investment to $1 million and tripled our impact to support 30 HBCU improvement projects. So that's right. 30 schools are winners.
Yes.
The most ever in one program year.
Yes. Congratulations, fellow CAUers. So, like as you said, Retool Your School is 12 years old. They have been impacting the community for years. Can you talk about specifically what kind of impact the Retool Your School program has on HBCUs?
Absolutely. So the impact that we're seeing over the 12 years has been not only the funding to realize the campus improvement project, but also in sweat equity, volunteerism, and community partnership with our associates at local Home Depot stores. Projects can range from beautifying and building outdoor spaces for students to study, and also major facility upgrades such as campus health center renovation and dorm hall updates. I'd like to also mention that as a part of last night's celebration, our longstanding partner, actor, Howard alum Laz Alonso brought so much energy in announcing our winners. We also had Academy Award-winning costume designer Ruth E. Carter deliver a very beautiful keynote speech about her HBCU experience. So it's all about partnerships, all about community, and addition to building these projects on campuses.
We're talking to Home Depot marketing project manager Marquisha Taylor, man. So do you mind shouting out some of the winning schools real fast?
Absolutely. I am so excited. Again, this year we have 30 winners. As you know, not all colleges and universities are the same. So to keep things equitable, we group the schools into 3 clusters based on the size of their student enrollment. The first place winners for each cluster won $75,000.
Yes.
Yes. So happy about this investment. Cluster 1 represents the large schools. The winner of Cluster 1 is Alabama A&M University.
Yes.
What?
The Hill, baby.
Yep. And our next 2 winners hail from Mississippi. So Cluster 2 represents the medium-sized schools. Its winner is Kahoma Community College.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, we have the biggest winner of the night, coming from Cluster 3, representing the smaller schools. The winner is Tougaloo College, and they're also the winner of our Campaign of the Year award, so an additional $45,000 to Tougaloo College.
Yes. Tougaloo. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Home Depot and marketing project manager Marquisa Taylor. And again, congratulations to all the Home Depot Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program recipients. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the schools.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.